Hey everybody, we're going to do a quick update on my Clown Loaches here. I'm going to apologize in advance for the glare on the tank, but I'm not going to shut all the lights down in the fish room just to do a quick update video here. For my regular viewers that have been following along, you'll know that there's been a discussion about my Clown Loaches and whether or not my Clown Loaches are too skinny or whether or not they've got some sort of internal parasite or intestinal parasite. I'm just trying to stay back a little bit so we can get my Tenopomo on camera here. My Tenopomo's been acting very shy lately, and so if I can get a little bit of a look at him out and about swimming around, I'm going to try to. But we are talking about the Loaches, and my most recent decision to deal with these Loaches was to get some of my levamisole flakes and make them into a paste so that I could then use them sort of as like a sinking pellet type medication for the Loaches. And I don't know how well that's going to work or not. It may work just fine. Now I kind of wish I had turned off the light and we could see without the glare there. But I think that the levamisole flakes that have been mashed into a paste, and now I'm drying it out to make it into sort of a pellet, I don't know whether or not that's going to work. Again, I'm still not convinced that there's anything necessarily wrong with the Loaches. I think maybe I just haven't been feeding them well enough. So that is part of what this update is about. I fed them last night, and I put shrimp pellets, sinking shrimp pellets in the tank. This one here in particular didn't seem all that interested in them. He checked them out, but just kind of, didn't really bother with them. So I also threw some sinking algae wafers in the tank, and I've been throwing live snails in the tank. And a little while after doing so, I came back, and this Loach here was indeed eating one of the snails. I later saw it chewing on some of the shrimp pellets. And so it's definitely eating. I was watching it eat last night, and I have been giving it better quality foods. Between the shrimp pellets, the algae wafers, and the actual live snails, not to mention the freeze-dried krill that I put in this tank, there's definitely no way this fish is being, malnourished. You can certainly give a fish a lot of food, but if that food's not the proper food for the fish, or if it's not a high enough quality, you could still be malnourished, or the fish could still be malnourished. I mean, just think about eating nothing but bread all the time. You might gain weight, but you're still going to be malnourished. And so in this case, the fish definitely should not be malnourished. Why it's so thin is another story, and maybe, the medications will have an effect once I start using them. I'm still waiting for the paste I made to dry out fully, but it is Saturday afternoon, and I did order a medication that was recommended to me by several people called Hex Shield, and that is basically for this purpose. It's for deworming and clearing out protozoan parasites, and I can't even think of the type of parasite that's supposed to be responsible for the Loaches. It's a spironucleic or spiro something parasite, and this Hex Shield that I bought does treat for those too. So that'll be here the day after tomorrow. It is a sinking pellet, and it is more or less designed for Loaches and cories and other bottom-dwelling fish that might pick up parasites more readily than other fish that are swimming up around in the water column. So there you go. That's today's update. We are going to get some real medication in here rather than my sort of homemade mashed up paste that I'm trying to make into, pellets of my own. And they might be ready by tomorrow. Maybe they'll be dried out enough by tonight. I don't want to dry them out using any heat because I'm afraid the heat might break down the medication. And so I'm just going to let them sit and dry for a day. And then once they're dry enough that I can break it up into crumbles, I'll be dropping it into the tank, and we'll see what happens from there. So there you go, everybody. That's today's update on my Loaches. Hopefully they will be on the road to recovery if anything's wrong with them. And if nothing is wrong with them, then hopefully they will start getting some better food put in the tank, and I'll stay on top of making sure they get the good, high-quality food that they need to really stay good and healthy. So I look forward to that. Make sure you're subscribed. Don't forget this one here is my 125-gallon tank. Thanks for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you real soon in the next one.